back to Your Road to Home, the podcast where we introduce you to the people who make our community so great in the Carbon Valley. I'm Kendra Badge-Carr with LPT Realty, here with
Maxine Carey at Vector Bank, and we are here with Kerianne from Kerianne's Cleaning Services.
Nice to meet you guys. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out. Yes, we were talking to Anne the other day from the Help Center, and she mentioned how you did a food drive and were able to bring some supplies to the Help Center.
Yes.
So thank you for that. So we are excited to have you here, and tell us a little bit about your business. You started your cleaning business a couple years ago?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay.
So I do commercial, residential, all kinds of cleans. It's Kerianne's Cleaning. A lot of people in the Tri-Town know me. And I've been doing that for several years now.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
What was that thought process behind that? What made you decide to start this business?
So that was very easy. I've always started cleaning on the side. I have OCD, so I'm passionate about cleaning.
Love it.
Yes. And my one child actually got diagnosed with autism, and corporate America doesn't really work with families. So I got told job or child, and the easiest decision of my life. So
right. Good for you.
Yep. And it took off. Worked hard for the first year. Didn't really get recognized, and then I just kept working, and now all of Tri-Town knows me almost. So
that's amazing. I have to say, every time I see a post in the page asking for any cleaner, you're like the number one name on everyone's like, call Kerianne.
Yeah, I proudly
you worked hard for that.
Accept that. Yeah, I worked very hard. It's a big market, big competition.
It is,
so being recognized like that means a lot to me.
So are you doing the cleaning, or do you have a crew?
Yes, ma'am. I do it all by myself. Own, operate, clean. Yeah, I've tried hiring people in the past. I'm currently hiring someone now. It just hasn't worked out. Work ethic has gone downhill. So finding someone I feel comfortable having in guest house, it's just tough. So,
I bet. I can imagine.
Yeah.
And do your own standard of cleaning. That's that's another story too.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Wow.
I wish I would have mopped my floors better.
I don't judge. I don't judge. No one is perfect. I clean all day, so sometimes my house gets neglected.
Oh, for sure.
It's okay.
Right?
A
is
messy
that hard
house
to
is
come home and
welcome.
clean your own house after you've been doing everybody else's?
Yeah. Sometimes. It's like my
gosh.
house still keeps clean, but I break it down daily, and that's the best thing I can tell anyone. Break things down. Sundays, do your baseboards. Mondays, do the floors. Tuesday, dish night, and then you're not overwhelmed.
I love that. That's awesome. That's actually what I started doing to keep on top of things
it,
in my house too. Otherwise, there's no way. And that was going to be one of my questions for you, so I'm glad that you hit that right off the bat. Was
perfect.
Like, what's a good tip for people to be able to stay on top of that who are busy? So I love that.
With moms, dads, the working
or don't
family.
Stay on top of it and just hire you.
Yep, exactly.
Even better.
I would gladly help.
Yes.
That's so awesome.
So you do residential and commercial?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep. And everything in between. Short-term rentals, demos, construction, new builds, move-outs, pre-staging, listing cleans, all kinds of stuff.
Love that.
Yep.
That's amazing.
You're like the jack of all trades.
Yep.
So you're working at night too, obviously.
Yeah. I do have a nice work and life balance. The past few months I've noticed like I need to have that balance.
Absolutely.
So I've started saying no to a lot of things. But if someone needs me, I'm there for the most part.
That's awesome.
Well, and you're organizing food drives for the community.
Yep. If I can give back to the community that gives back to everyone else, I'll do it every chance I get.
That's amazing. How did that come about?
I seen the news article. It popped up on a Facebook reel, actually. I was laying in bed one night late. I seen that and I was like, that's here in town, ain't it? And I've had other clients before ask me, like, where can I get food? Where can I get this? And I was like, I'm not sure. So I took a deep dive, found all their news articles, found out they're in Tri-Town. I'm like, for the only place local, what can I do to help you? So.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That's so awesome. That's what I love about finding new people in the community who have the heart about helping others. I love Carbon Valley for that reason.
Yeah, same. And as a community, we can all work together, be there for each other. And it's just not just the help center. I'll do raffles for free cleans every month, like
awesome.
Mental health wellness month, autism month, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Every month I try and give back any way I can, depending on the month.
Very cool. And can people find that on your social media?
Yeah, I do a lot of posting on my Facebook, Tri-Town, Erie page, kind of all over.
Okay.
I make sure it's known. This is what's going on. If you want to help, let me know.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Very cool. Is that how you grew your business, through social media, or was it more through word of mouth? Or?
Yeah, word of mouth and social media. I created the business Facebook page, and then I just kept posting every day. And then the more clients I got, they told their friends, they hired me, and it's just been an uphill cycle since then.
Very cool. That's awesome. I like watching those cleaning videos, I'm not gonna lie.
Like, same.
Yeah.
So how do you juggle business life, entrepreneurship with a special needs kid?
I find it really easy. Lucky for me, he loves cleaning too for the most part.
Awesome.
He has to get those V-Bucks, and so it's been really nice. He's very high functioning, so I'm very blessed for that. And it just makes it easy. Like I said, at 4 o'clock when they get out of school, I shut down business. I'll message you back later in the evening after bedtime or the next morning, but that's their time. And then same things, if doctor's appointments that day I'm off, I'll talk to you tomorrow. And I just set very strict boundaries. And
So
that's
are you
helped me.
cleaning after the kids go to bed?
No,
Okay.
not. Sometimes I will. Summer months I will. They have later bedtime though.
Okay.
It kind of just depends, but for the most part, no. I try not to. If I need to, I'll come on Saturday or Sunday.
Got it. Okay.
So
Nice.
That's amazing.
yeah.
And you mentioned earlier that you're cleaning all the way from Fort Collins to Parker?
Yes, ma'am. Yep, and everything
Wow.
in between. I have clients all over. I try and stick to Tri-Town, but I'm not opposed to driving.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah.
That is big.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And how long have you had your cleaning service?
2.5, 3 years.
And have you lived in the Tri-Town the whole time?
Yep, I have.
Nice.
And that's kind of why I try and stay home based. I live here, I give back here. I try to stay local, but I'm not afraid to travel.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's great. That's great.
Where'd you move from to come to Carmen Valley?
I moved from out of state actually. Before we settled here, we lived in a couple different states. We came out here for a job pre-COVID. Layoffs happened, child got diagnosed, and then I just started my own business and it took off.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Was there anything that drew you to the Carmen Valley, or just
no.
happened to be where the job was?
Just where the
Nice.
job was, and then we kind of just fell in love. We started in Tacoma and then moved to Frederick. Now I'm in Firestone.
Nice.
And I love it here.
Yeah.
It's a small community, but close enough to amenities and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So you've seen the Tri-Town kind of
Grow.
grow and evolve even
Oh,
in those
yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, well,
6
you've
years
been
I've
here
lived
6
here.
years.
Yeah, and from when I first moved here to now, it's blown up. It's crazy how much it's grown.
Yes, for sure. We won't ask you which town you liked best.
Okay.
Or maybe we will.
Yeah. Off camera.
I like something about all of them. So.
What would you recommend for somebody looking to keep their house up? Like, how often should they have you come in to help them?
For upkeep, I'd say I have clients that do every 2 weeks to monthly, 3 weeks. Especially in our area where there's a lot of construction, a lot of dust, warmer days, people are opening their windows. I recommend 2 weeks. Even then, your house will get really dirty. So I always recommend that 2 week spot. You don't want to be breathing that in. You don't want it to sit on your stuff.
Right, for sure.
Yep.
What are some of the messiest places you see in people's homes? Like, what are some things that people easily oversee and probably don't think about that you obviously notice because you're coming in paying attention to detail? What are some things that we could be more aware of?
Kitchen cabinets, doors, doorknobs, things that get touched the most. One thing, even though you're in the shower daily, you rinse it off. Underneath things in the corners, those get the dirtiest. Just overall, anything that you really touch daily, especially with kids.
Yeah, I could see that. What are some of your favorite cleaning products that you use?
Mrs. Meyer's 7th generation. I try and use clean products, but I also carry almost every single product because I have some clients that love bleach, some that love vinegar, and everything in between.
I can imagine, yeah.
But I prefer clean products because I breathe it in every day.
Right, absolutely. Oh my gosh.
How long did it take you to clean like a average 2,000 square foot home?
Average, if I'm just doing upkeep, let's just say 4-bed, 3-bath, it would take me about 3-4 hours. Once I get a good routine, I always overquote 6 to 8 hours the first time, just because I'll go in there, I'll see things that should be done. A lot of times they've had someone else clean and they weren't happy. So I do a basic deep clean, get everything up to par, and then after that upkeep, a few hours. There's some that I'm there weekly, bi-weekly, and I'm there 2 hours, 3 hours.
Nice. That's amazing.
What's your favorite job that you like to take the most? I'm imagining it's probably like a move out or move in.
Move out, or I do a lot of hoard cleanouts, and yeah, they're bad. They're bad, but it's so rewarding at the end of the day, knowing I help someone clear that space so they can have their freedom back. And I just take a lot back from those. It's the before and after pictures and just everything. It just makes me warm and fuzzy inside.
That's amazing. I'm so grateful for people like you. That's
Yeah.
so great. They do need the help. I mean,
They
that's,
do.
Yeah.
And it stems from mental illness, and some people don't understand that. So it's
yeah.
like take the extra couple hours, talk with them, get to know them as a person, understand where they're coming from, and they're much easier to work with, and you can make a big impact in a short amount of time.
That's amazing. You have a big heart, and it shows. That's so awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great.
That's awesome.
Let's do some rapid fire questions so
Okay.
to know you a little bit on a deeper level.
Okay.
So, how many kids do you have?
5 altogether.
5 altogether.
We're a blended family. Yep.
That's so awesome. What's your favorite thing to do with them on the weekends in the Carbon Valley?
Hiking. I guess not necessarily Carbon Valley, but we spend a lot of free times hiking, going to the mountains, riding our bikes, sports. I volunteer coach sports, so we've been doing that for the past 6 months.
That's awesome. And challenging.
Yeah, yeah, it is. So kind of anything outdoors. I do love a lazy day though.
Yeah, for sure. You deserve it.
Yeah.
Do you take a lazy day?
Sometimes, and then my friends always joke because they're like, "Why don't you just sit down?" I'm like, "I probably have ADHD. I can't. Like something needs done."
Yeah.
But I try.
That's awesome.
Did you have one? Okay. Are you a book reader or podcast listener?
Podcast. I listen to more true crimes. For books, I've really been into different kind of like Greek mythology books. The Soul's Journey. I just started reading that. Kind of more positive mindset books.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You probably just listen to that while you're cleaning, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
That is awesome. What's one of your favorite restaurants in the area?
I'd have to say Georgia Boys, or I really like Miko's Coffee, as we were talking about earlier. It's the way they designed it in there, changed it up. It's super cute, friendly staff, always welcoming. Nice to have a cup of coffee, pastry.
Yeah, for sure.
You say you're doing business meetings over there.
Yep, we were for a while. I'm part of another group called Carbon Valley Business Collective, and we just did a give back event there for St. Patrick's Day as well, kind of welcoming the community, like, hey, a bunch of businesses, come have fun type of thing, and they were amazing.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Very cool. That's great. Do you have a favorite local event that you guys go to?
The Air Balloon Festival, we really like that. The kids hate the early morning, but it's fun to see.
For sure, that one's amazing.
Yeah.
I just like seeing them out daily anyway. So
Same.
you're just going for your walk in the morning or whatever.
Yeah.
And just floating by.
They used to fly over our house in Frederick, like right above, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss that. And the other morning I heard something, I'm like, no way. And there's a hot air balloon clear out in Firestone. I'm like, okay.
I know, they're everywhere out there.
They are.
One day we went to drop the kids off at Legacy Elementary, and one was touching down literally right behind the school.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was
I
amazing.
love that. It's fascinating watching how they get those going.
It is, yeah. Super cool. Love that about the area. Let's see. What genre of music do you like to listen to?
All kinds. Anything from country, rap, Airbnb, oldies. I'm not picky at all.
Nice. Where would you go on your dream vacation?
My dream vacation? That's hard because I have done some traveling.
What's your favorite place you've been then?
My favorite place I've been is France.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Super pretty. I lived in Europe for a few months.
Oh wow.
And so we got to travel quite a bit, luckily.
Yeah.
So I've seen everything. A place I haven't been that I'd really like to go to would be maybe somewhere tropical, the Bahamas,
Kids or no
Asia.
kids?
No kids. No kids. For kids, we can go to Disney.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
All right, well, I think that probably wraps us up.
Perfect.
Anything else we're missing that you'd like the community to know that how you're helping serve it?
No, if at any time anyone would like to help donate anything to the Carbon Valley Help Center, they're more than welcome to reach out to me on Facebook and we can arrange something that way.
Love that. Awesome. Thank
That's
you for
great.
doing that.
That's
Perfect.
awesome. Well, hope you enjoyed getting to meet Kerianne today and learn a little bit about her business. Hope you are loving where you live, because we sure do appreciate you here in the Carbon Valley. Bye for now.
Bye.